Many Hollywood notables are buried at the Angeles Rosedale Cemetery, including Hattie McDaniel. She was a pioneering black actress. She lived in the neighborhood and won an Oscar for her role in the 1939 film Gone with the Wind. Each year, thanks to locals who take on their personas, visitors to the cemetery hear about lesser-known residents. Often their stories are just as compelling, like William T. Lascelles. He came from Virginia and was a captain in the Confederate Navy during the U.S. Civil War. He's played by local resident Matthew Kravitz.
I was actually the one to first command a naval submarine in an attack against the Union fleet.
Lascelles survived the war and co-founded the city of Orange, southeast of L.A. Portis Baxter Weir and his associates helped spark the Klondike Gold Rush in 1897. He's played by local resident Craig Weber.
We formed the North American Transportation and Trading Company, whose job it was to displace people from their Midwestern lives and bring them to the Yukon with the promise of finding gold beyond measure.
Many others buried here, like Weir, have interesting stories. Michelle Yousefzadeh plays Nina Vitaliano Toure, an early race car driver who embellished her life story.
She motorcar'd in Europe. And that she was from royalty, which wasn't the case at all. She was actually born here in California. The papers, the press just built it up that way.
In 1918, Torrey died in a racing accident. Harvey O'Melveny was a prominent lawyer and judge. He's played by Chris Taylor, who explains why he's in the tour.
We live in the area, and I'm fascinated by 19th century history, and especially Los Angeles and California history. And like a lot of us, we love dressing up.
Gena Yuvette Davis plays Miriam Matthews, who was a pioneering black librarian.
It's really fun. It's very inspiring to learn about someone and the impact that they made.
The tour draws several hundred visitors a year. On this day, Frank Piontek was one of them.
There are so many people of interest that you don't realize that are buried here, and other people you've never heard of. It just makes it, the history is just wonderful.
The annual Living History program is sponsored by the West Adams Heritage Association. More characters next year. Mike O'Sullivan, VOA News, Los Angeles.
He has a beautiful house museum there.